The Blades Ramble is proudly sponsored by My Business Group, a group of brands designed to support owners, leaders and managers in business. Contact mybusinessgroup.co.uk for more information or follow the link in the description below.
Blades fans, subscribe to Blades Ramble. Up the Blades.
What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I'm, of course, Jimmy, and this is a huge Gustavo Hamer update, something we've all been waiting for, and I appreciate that everybody's looking out for me. Jimmy, enjoy your holiday and all this sort of thing. Thank you to everybody that's saying that to me. But when an update like this comes in, you can't not comment on it. Plus, there's a few other little bits I want to get you up to speed with and things like that. So it's absolutely red hot here. I will not be on for long, as you'll probably see by the video duration. So I'm just going to get you the news out, and then I'm going to go, because we're on our way to the beach, and I don't want to upset Mrs. Ramble. So, the Gus update, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Gustavo Hamer, as I have been saying throughout the transfer window, wants to stay at Sheffield United. He is happy here. There's no immediate danger that he leaves either. It's expected that he stays this summer. I've had this from a really strong source that has been tested previously. It doesn't ever mean that 100% sure he stays. It can't do that, because anything can change at the last minute. There has been rumours, as we're all aware, of PSV and like other. I think there's been several Dutch rumours coming to the equation. There was one with Palmeiras that were linked the other day. Well, truth be told, that is his agent trying to drum up interest in him. So Gus wants to stay, more than happy. 5 days ago, his agent was touting him around, trying to get the best deal for the money. That's their job. That's their job, unfortunately. We can't just hate on Gus's agent, because that is their job, to get the best deal for their client. But Gus, as an individual, is more than happy to stay at United. And as it stands currently, it looks like that is what will be happening. Gus happy to stay. Agent wants the money, but Gus is happy at Sheffield United. We need him. Let's be right. There's not many players in the division, certainly not at our club, he's the only irreplaceable player at our club, in my opinion. I think it's a significant downgrade, whoever we get in instead of Gus. Anyone else? I mean, Cooper's definitely up there. But in terms of Gus, you just cannot replace that sort of talent. So really looking forward to another season with Gus Hamer in the red and white, and let's hope that he can help lead us there. So there are a couple of things to watch with this Gus Hamer situation. However, just to caveat it, West Ham have shown a clear interest in him. They have made inquiries, as we sort of alluded to again earlier on in the Ramble, in the closed season. They made inquiries around City Peck, but that was more to gauge the value of Gus. How highly do you want to keep Gus Hamer? What sort of, are you planning on keeping Gus Hamer? So if we come in for City Peck, are you going to say, well, actually, no, we're anticipating that we lose Gus, so we need to keep City, and this is what his value is going to be. So they've been sniffing around City Peck. West Ham also might make a move for Anel this window, which I don't think a lot of Blades would be, too unhappy about. I think he's clearly a very good Championship defender. On his day, one of the best in the division. But with 1 year left on his deal, I think if we got a decent cash offer for him, then we'll cash in on Anel at Medhodzic, and I think that's probably the smart thing to do. Just one last thing on Gus, something that I haven't seen widely reported, but again, the source that I speak to, I've most recently spoken to, lets me know that Aston Villa have got matching rights on any accepted bids on Gus as part of the Louis Barry deal. So if we are to accept an offer on Gus, which is not on the table at the minute, and it's very unlikely that it comes, because we have to accept the bid. It's not like a minimum amount. It's whatever bid we choose to accept, we will inform Aston Villa that it's this amount, and they can match it as part of the Louis Barry negotiations, which again, probably looking at Louis Barry yesterday in the pre-season friendly, you can see how sought after he's been, and that may be why United have managed to steal a march on other clubs. We did talk about that, didn't we? Moving into the next few days then, in terms of potential other transfer targets, Samare will be in. Samare is definitely coming. They are finalising the paperwork on that. Again, you don't want to ever look daft on the internet. So Jimmy Dunn was a done deal. Samari is 99% done. I would be amazed if that deal does not get over the line in the next few days. It's just the formalities of paperwork that will surprise absolutely nobody. We're also in for a Spanish striker. Now, the lad I've been speaking to didn't reveal any names, and I didn't ask, because with these sort of things, I tend to find that you wait until you're told, or you ask when you need specific information. But I was told a Spanish striker is coming in, and now piecing bits together, we have been linked with a lad called Isaac Romero from Sevilla. Us and Ipswich were linked and said to be involved in negotiations around this lad. 25 years old, 4 goal contributions in La Liga last season, which is obviously a high standard. I don't know how many games he played, which would give you a little bit more context, but 4 goals and 2 assists. That then pave the way for Kiefer Moore's exit, if that's going to be the case? Because I've been told that it's definitely Samare and a Spanish striker over the next few days. And if that's the case, it may well be Kiefer to Wrexham as legs, which we were talking about yesterday. And I think, again, for those that didn't see the short that I did walking around the complex, I think if we can get anywhere near our money back on a third choice striker that's on 30 grand a week, then I think it's an absolute no-brainer of a deal, to be honest. So those are the I think that's pretty much up to date on everything I've heard most recently. I will be able to jump on as and when I need to get you these sort of updates, because yes, I'm aware, yes, we're having a great time, and it's a much needed detox for me in terms of not the ramble, but just everything that's going on all the time. Quite busy, different business interests, I suppose you could say. But there's not like talking Sheffield United, and I get excited talking about things like this. So let me know your thoughts. Are you happy that Gus is almost nailed on to stay, which we have been touting throughout the summer? Do you think Samare is an interesting signing from what you've seen? Remember, YouTube highlights can be deceiving. Isaac Romero, again, the name hasn't been confirmed to me. That's me chucking a name out there. I also want to know what you thought about Louis Barry yesterday. I thought it were really good. The other thing I said I'd mention, actually, and I nearly forgot then, the AI boys, as they are collectively known. It's like a 90s boy band, isn't it? All of them, bar one, are available for loan. So only Ukaki is considered a first teamer at this stage. The rest of them, Jeff, Peladendikov, and whoever else we've brought in, Nuchukwu, are all available for loan in terms of fast tracking their development. And I think that's a really good thing, because from what I've seen, I thought Jeff had a good game yesterday. A couple of lovely, neat touches, and he's also in flashes shown real potential throughout pre-season as Jeff. But Ukaki for me is the one that, and I've not been as impressed as other people have with Ukaki, but he has got a little bit about him that you can think maybe from the bench as an option, this lad could. Because one thing he has got is frightening pace, and we've seen that before with Ollie Burke. So I'm never convinced that pace is everything, but he's got a little bit about him, I think. So a little way to go before I'm completely sold on Ukaki, but he is the only one that is deemed to be a first teamer out of the development boys, AI boys, data, team data, whatever you want to call them. So again, let me know what you think about that. Do you agree with that from Sayez? He's proven to be quite the astute manager, I think, in terms of recruitment and how he's got us playing. It's quietly becoming a little bit more. We're gathering a bit more momentum now, I think. So, yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm going to get off now and go and sun myself or burn myself, if truth be told, on the beach. and I will catch up with you soon. Come on, you red and white wizards. Up the blade!